All right. What is up, everybody? I don't know if you can hear me or not. I hope you can. But I'm on my lunch break and I figure I'll come out here for a little bit. Been doing a lot of thinking about just everything that's going on within our country, within our society, within our world, And I honestly think it's time for there to be a reset button to be hit and just start all over. Like let the pulse shift. I mean, this issue that's going on with Iraq, I'm sorry, not Iraq, with Iran and Israel, it's it's not going to be too much longer before we get involved into it, when we get sucked into it. At least I think. And although Trump said that he doesn't want to be involved, with any conflicts or any wars, we all know how he is. All you got to do is make it sound like it's his idea and that it's going to be positive if we do it, and he'll sign up for it. And how would that happen, you probably ask? Easy. Easy. I've already been thinking about this shit. um how do we get dragged in, sucked into the Middle East? Let an act of terror happen out here in the States. Have something occur within the States, like 9/11. Blame it on someone that crossed during the Biden years illegally through the southern border, then say that he came of Iranian or Middle Eastern descent, was sent from, on behalf of Iran as a sleeper cell, and let something occur here in the States, in our country, on our soil, something that's going to cause mass casualties. And what's going to happen? We're emotional people here in the States. America is a very emotional country. And so what would happen? We'll definitely have to fucking respond, right? So there's your in. And Trump will be like, I told y'all Biden let all these people in. I told y'all this was going to happen. And that'll be his win to get him to go on board. And you know who ends up benefiting out of all this? Who benefits out of all of this? Same thing that happened last time, bro. Halliburton, Dick Cheney, and all his buddies. How did we get sucked in last time? Think about it. 2001, 2002. How did we get sucked into Iraq? Weapons of mass destruction, right? And right now they're doing the same shit all over again. Nuclear weapons, nuclear weapons. And we're falling for that same fucking okey doke all over again. And to me, if we end up getting sucked into this, I just hope that they have an exit strategy this time. I hope that we learn. If anything, if there's one thing I learned, if we end up getting sucked into this goddamn conflict, I'm gonna start investing in post-war type shit, because that's where all the money's gonna be at. It's a shame, man. What's going on with Iran and Israel? These people have been fucking fighting forever and a day. It's never gonna change, never. It's beyond fucking politics. It's theology. And unfortunately, when you're so wrapped around your religion that you base your life on it, like as they do, there's no fucking there's no turning from that, man. So I hope that cooler heads do prevail. I really do. I was just watching Dubs, this guy that I watch on YouTube, and he was talking about this, about the Middle East, and he was asking, like, what's there to gain? Who wins? The ones that win are the powers that be, the ones that fucking design these conflicts to happen. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want. Put on my fucking shit on my head, that tinfoil on my head, tinfoil theories. But it's just a fact, man. All right. Hey, Chief, if we get sucked into this, the Middle East will explode in chaos because of how we left Afghanistan and Iraq, which, in my opinion, would draw them into it as well from how we left them. I mean, yeah, I just think about it like this. If we do end up going into it again, if we get sucked into this, it's just going to be another global war. It really will be, because you got to think about it. Iran is going to be allied with Russia, who's going to be allied with China, who's going to be allied with North Korea. And then we're going to be allied with Israel, who's going to be allied with the UK. And it's just going to be another shit show. Because no matter how much they fucking play pocket tanks with each other, blasting each other from, one to another with these missiles, the only way to actually end a war is to go in there and occupy it. That's the only way any of this is gonna fucking happen. And what does that lead to? Another fucking regime change war. We've seen how fucking good that has been for any country that we've gone in to try to help. How much did we help Iraq by going in there and changing out their fucking leadership? Look what happened with Afghanistan. We went in there to try to change the regime, and what happened? They came right back. Look at even Iran itself back in the day when they were cool with us, and of course we can't have anybody that anyway, I'm not gonna go there. But you're right, man, you're right. It'll be a big shit show because it's gonna turn into a fucking holy war, to a jihad again, where the oppressors are gonna be the Christians and the Jews, and the Muslim world's gonna go ahead and think it's their call to jihad. And the sad part is we have absolutely nothing to do with this. If people are so enamored with wanting to go and defend Israel, hop your ass on a plane, take your ass on over there. There's no reason for our country to get involved in this. But there you go. You got, Trump, whom I support. For those that don't know, I support Trump. I supported Trump. I because I do believe that, hopefully he's not a warmonger as the other Republicans are. He has Tulsi Gabbard on there. I hope that he's able to convince him that, like, no, dude, like, we can't fucking step into this. What did we gain out of the last 20 fucking years of war? Not a fucking thing. Not even a goddamn base in Afghanistan. It's ridiculous. What do you all think out there? I mean, how long before we get sucked into this? I honestly don't doubt that the powers that be will have something occur and blame it on some Middle Eastern guy that probably is going to be blamed from Iran, and then we're going to be told this guy came in through the southern border, which go ahead and hype that up even more. And yeah, tag you're it. Next generation to go to fucking war for no reason. I don't regret my service. I don't. I'm proud of my service that I did. I thought I was out there doing the right fucking thing, and I felt like I was doing the right fucking thing. This here has nothing to do with us whatsoever. Nothing. Let Israel do what it's gonna do. If you're faithful, if you believe in God, then you know that they're the chosen people, and He's gonna take care of them. You know what I mean? How much? What more do we need to do? All of a sudden we forgot there's a whole other war going on in Russia, between Russia and Ukraine. We love being in fucking conflict, man. We love hearing people fight over stupid shit. If it's not Ukraine and fucking Russia, we had to hear about Elon and fucking Trump. And now we got Iran and Israel. When when are we going to be satisfied? What's next? China and Thailand? We're going to jump into that next? You know what I mean? It's not our fight. I will say Israel is going about it very methodically. Israel is doing it very surgically, taking out, the leadership positions, which is the way it should be. You know, the civilian populace has nothing to do with the way that the government in Iran is run. So they just need to keep being methodical, very surgical, and taking out who they're taking out. On the other hand, you have Iran, who's launching their missiles all retardedly, but they got the Iron Dome, so that's been helping them out. At the end of the day, I support what Israel does. Handle your business. Hey, they give them 60 fucking days to go ahead and meet somewhere in the middle and compromise to something. But unfortunately, Iran's government, they're dead set on having fucking nuclear weapons. At least that's the story again, right? Let's just focus on our country, I think. Let's just focus on our country. We're emotional fucking people here in the States. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to be our fucking downfall. I'm telling you, what's going to happen is they're going to fucking do something out here and get us sucked in. And then once we're sucked in, we're fucked. More millions and more millions and more millions to be fucking spent on shit we don't even fucking have. We can't even afford it. Have you seen this generation of fucking soldiers? I don't know. I'd like to know what you all think. So my lunch break is over. Just go ahead and tap it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Thanks for hearing me out for a minute. Man, oh man. Our country is just not just our country. I think our world is fucked. These are just some random thoughts on lunchtime, y'all. I gotta get back to work. Fuck it. Catch y'all later, y'all. Deuces.